Greetings, beautiful African people. Hope you're fine wherever you guys are, and hope you're doing well. Just want to welcome you once again to Holistic African Spirituality, and today I'll be addressing an issue that is very interesting because one of my friends brought this to my attention. And this is regarding an actor, Nigerian actor, by the name of Baba Ijesha. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Yeah, Baba Ijesha is a Nollywood actor, and he's been caught up with an extremely unfortunate situation where a young girl actually, it's a young girl, who has been apparently or allegedly, he's been abusing this child from the time she was 7 years old, and now she's 14, and allegedly that there's evidence to prove that he did it. They were able to install CCTV cameras, and they were able to capture or do some recordings, and there's also a recording of him confessing to his like one of those crimes that you wouldn't wish to, especially to a child. My thoughts are with that young girl, and I hope that she receives all the help that she needs. She needs a lot of counseling, a lot of love, pure love, nurturing, and my hope and prayer is that she gets that, and I know she'll get that, because I have seen a lot of women who have come and they've come out strongly condemning the act, and they are more than willing to help her and to ensure that she gets justice. And I think that's the most important thing right now for the young girl involved. I didn't know this guy much. I maybe I've seen him one or few times, but one of my friends told me about it, and they were like, you need to check this, there's something that's happening, and you need to check this thing out. And when I checked it out, when I read about it, and I saw some video recordings, some things stood out for me, right. There's certain things that stood out. And one of the other interesting thing is it seems that it's only female, or mostly female, actresses that in Nollywood that are coming out to condemn the actions, which is very, very interesting. And it's interesting in the sense that, and I think them being women and them being mothers, they understand, they know how horrific this act is. And it also shows something about black women. Black women are very, very strong, and black women are everything to us as black men, right? And we've never fought any war. There is no struggle in Africa that hasn't involved black women. Like, black women they've always been at the center of our liberation. And so when I saw this, and I saw it's mostly women, black women, black actresses that are coming out to condemn this act, And whilst men are sort of, I've read certain recordings or people have posted certain things, and they're like, men are like, oh, like 50-50 here and there, let's do. But women have come out strongly to say, no, this is a no-go area. We can't even discuss about this. And I applaud them for that. I applaud them for that, because this is amazing, and this is what we need. And what I can say to our black women in Nigeria and in Africa and outside of Africa, we need you, right? We need you in all areas. You are, if corruption was to end, if corruption is to end in Africa, it has to involve you. If everything, you have to be involved, right? You be not only like just part of something, but you have to be the center, in the center of everything. Now, this brings me to my other point. Now, why would a man of the caliber of this guy decide to do that to a young girl, to a child, to a child? This is a child, right? And there are two reasons. There are people, there are pedophiles. These are men who are attracted to underage children, underage, and they could be boys, they could be girls, and this is criminal. It's a criminal act. Right? There's no two about it. We can't say but or whatever. We can't. There's no if, but, what. Let's talk about it. It's a no-go area. There's also the other side that I want to talk about, and this is the side of the spiritual aspect of this whole thing. And I'm suspecting, I could be wrong, but I'm suspecting that this guy is a Christian. I'm suspecting that he's a Christian. It might be wrong. It might be from another foreign religion or whatever. But my thing is, I deal with Christianity. Like that's where I'm coming from, and other religions, foreign religions. But I'm suspecting that whichever religion this guy is from, he might have gone to an African seer, an African spiritualist. These are evil men or evil women, not all, but these particular ones, who told him to do what he did in order for him to get what he wants. It could be fame, it could be more fame, more money, more jobs, more this, more that, because some things don't just make sense. Let's just be true about stuff. Things don't just make sense, right? How does a man sit down and decide and go like, okay, actually this is normal and I'm going to do it? It does not make sense. However, it makes sense if you're doing it with a certain purpose. You've been told, if this is what you want, you have to go and do this and that. And I call these men and women who instruct their customers, because this is a money thing, right? They want to use this ancient knowledge. They have decided to give their knowledge, their craft, to death and destruction. And so they invite you to death and destruction because, for one reason or the other, you want shortcuts in life. People who go to get this sort of powers or this sort of instructions are men and women who want shortcuts in life. They're lazy, right? They're lazy. They don't want to put in the hours. They don't want to put in the work. They don't want to do what it takes to get there, to get what they want. They want shortcuts. So, and the supply of this kind of we call African medicine men's seers or witch doctors or whatever name you want to call them, the supply of this kind of evil people is is endless. There are lots of them who want to do that. They'll promise money, they'll promise this, but they'll also give you certain instructions. Oh, you've even heard about human sacrifices. In Tanzania, there are issues where albinos were being killed. They were being mutilated. They would cut off their limbs, their hands, their legs, their this, their that, because again, people want shortcuts in life, and they're told, if you want this thing fast, you want it very, very fast, you have to go and do this and that. And these things don't make sense, but they don't make sense to us because we are normal. As a practitioner of African spirituality, I and many others, and not just many others, most of us, we understand that we are called to life. Whatever we do not use any knowledge. We do not use the craft. We do not use the skills or anything that we've learned or anything that has been passed on to us to cause death and destruction. And you never find, if you find someone telling you that there's a shortcut to wealth, there's a shortcut to your marriage working out, there's a shortcut to your business growing, there's a shortcut to this, you're kidding yourself, because you'll be forced to do something that is criminal and something that is completely abnormal, but it's normal. You normalize it, you make it okay, you rationalize it, you be like, oh yeah, I can do that because this is what I want. Now, I will leave some links. I've watched this video where he blames the devil, right? He blames the devil. He says, oh, the devil made me do it, because that's what we were sold as Africans. Foreigners sold us the devil. So any wicked thing that we do, we have the boogeyman. We can blame someone. Hey, it wasn't me. It was the devil. My brother, my sister, it was the devil, not me. I'm just human. I'm thinking, what are you talking about? What are you saying? These kind of things, our ancestors would not even have thought about it. Children are there to be protected, to be taken care of. To be protected, to be taken care of, to be nurtured. But again, as I'm saying, there are these dark men, these men who are using this knowledge to cause death and destruction, not only to themselves, but to each and every person who goes to them for help, in quotes. Help me beat the system. Help me to control people. Help me control people. Help me have this money. Have we not seen all the chaos that this has caused? Right? In institutions whereby you find a young girl went out for outing, they never came back because someone was told somewhere, I need this body part from this kind of human being. Haven't you read in South Africa where young babies, we're talking about babies were being raped because this spiritualist, right, these Sangomas who have decided to use their knowledge to cause death and destruction, they were telling people that you go and have a relationship with a baby and you'll be cleansed of HIV and AIDS, and it was rampant, right? So this thing exists, these things are there, but people should know. You should know this. You've been listening to me. If you've been to this kind of people and you've been told to do one or two things, because they tell you to do, you must do a certain ritual, a certain sacrifice in order for you to get what you want. If you've been to these people and they've given you instructions, I'd want you to know this: you're dealing with death and destruction. You're dealing with death and destruction because you have to be exposed. you have to be exposed, right? Life, the energy of life, the life giver, the creator must expose you, because everything in life has a time. There's a time for everything, and there are no shortcuts in life. And if anyone tells you there's a shortcut in life, you're kidding yourself. You're causing a destruction to other people's life and death to yourself. Now think about this guy's family. Think about his family. Think about his wife. If he has kids, think about his kids, his parents, his friends. I saw one Nigerian actor, saying that he felt so bad being associated with him, because I think they've worked together. Like, he's destroyed a lot of things, a lot of people, right? So do not think you can take any shortcuts in life. When we talk about African spirituality, we're not talking about using magic and using shortcuts in life and defying the order of things. No. We seek to understand our best. We seek to understand, to do that which we need to do without harming anyone. But if someone tells you to harm anyone, or to harm people or anything, run for your life. Because if you harm someone, you will not escape it. You will not escape it. I have own personal story, true story of a relative of mine. And I was told this by his son. His son told me that this guy was a very big business guy. He's had a lot of businesses, and he was doing so well, making millions of dollars every year in Africa, right? And but something used to happen. He used to, at night, he would stop his very expensive vehicle. I'm not going to mention the name of the vehicle. They haven't paid me to advertise for them, right? So I'm not going to mention it. But he would stop this expensive vehicle at night and look for homeless women, these mad women, and he'll have relationships with them at night. This is his son, who was living and working with him, telling me this. But he didn't understand what was going on. He was like, I don't understand why Dad does this. Like, we've tried to figure out, we don't understand. But I understood what was happening, because he had gone to this medicine man, and he was told, if you want your business to prosper, if you want for you to remain at the top of your game, this is what you need to do. This is your part. Your part is, you have to do something which is so odd in order for you to have these powers, because these powers, they're powers of death and destruction. Now, where is that guy today? He died mysteriously. What about his businesses? I was just being told some few months ago that his children, they've sold over 80% of his businesses. They're on their way to poverty. There is no life, there is no success in any of these actions. And if you consult a true practitioner of African spirituality, they will tell you exactly that. And they're there, lots of them. And they'll tell you, my son, my daughter, my brother, my sister, we do not use our craft, we do not use our knowledge, we don't use what our ancestors passed on to us to destroy. That's not what we do. We're not here for that. We do not use this so that you can have shortcuts in life. You have to work hard in life. You have to work hard. You have to put in the hours. You have to put in the work. There are no shortcuts. See, the family of this guy, I'm telling you, my relative, it's just completely destroyed. And the only way for them to come back to living a normal life is for them to confess. It's for them to say what the father was doing and tell people in order for them to be cleansed. This guy must confess if he wants to live. He has, someone was speaking his language I couldn't understand, but someone was saying that he was saying, I think this is written down that somewhere, that he was saying that he wanted to kill himself because of what he was messing with. It is no joke. So brothers and sisters, wherever you are, just check out this this video. It's this guy. It's a bad situation. But as I'm saying, as I've said, I wish the young girl and the family and the mother, I think it's Princess Comedian, that's her name. I wish them all the best, and I wish that they get all the help they need, including the other children and each and everyone involved. And let justice prevail for this young girl and for all the other young kids in Africa and outside Africa, especially us blacks. We shouldn't shy away from talking about this. Thank you. Subscribe, share, and like. Bye-bye.